Right. So as I was telling you now, we are just going to do, we're not learning anything new here. We're simplifying fractions, but the level is a bit higher. Okay? So we're asked to simplify it. Okay? Not to factorize it, to simplify it. Sometimes we might have to factorize so we can cross cancel, and then, but the objective is to simplify. So like you said, Luan, in this case, we need to FOIL. Now, this is actually, we learned a formula. What formula we can do? We have x plus 1 over x times x minus 1 over x. What are we going to get? What kind of formula?
So, can you say x squared minus y squared?
Yeah, almost. So this is basically connected to that formula. A plus b times a minus b, which is a squared minus b squared. So now x is your a, and b, what is b? 1 over x. So you see, it's a little bit tricky. It's a plus b times a minus b. So a squared is, that's easy, just x squared. What is the b squared?
1 over x.
1 over x squared. Now I can put as a first stage, and maybe that's what you meant, like that. That's fine. But then we don't want to leave it like that, because this is basically 1 square, which I don't need to write 1 square. 1 square is 1 divided by x squared. That's the answer that you need to kill up at the end. I'll just pause and keep the question. Okay. Right. Next one here. So here we've got, any more questions about this, by the way? Okay. So the next bit, we've got this. Okay, we've got something divided by something. So here we're going to practice a little bit that flipping action. Okay. So to flip that, I need to, this is already as a fraction, but this is, I need to get that to be together. So I need to find the common denominator of these two terms. What will be the common denominator?
For the first one.
Hang on, then you have to wait. Well, I'll pause it now, we ask the question. Okay, so what's the common denominator here? X. Okay, because what is 2? How do we write 2? Remember, we had that last line. 2 is not a fraction. So what can we do? You told me last time. Put over 1. So 2 over 1. So what's the common multiple between 1 and x? X. Okay, what do we have to multiply 2 by if we put him on top?
X.
So it's going to be 2x plus what? Plus
1.
Plus 1. We don't have to do anything to the 1 because he's already over the x. So for the 2 to jump over the x, we must multiply by x. The 1 is already over the x, I don't need to do anything. Now that we divide by 1 over x squared. And now I'm doing the multiplication. The flipping, sorry. It's going to be 2x plus 1 divided by x times what?
X over 1 and x squared over 1.
Fantastic. X squared over 1. We flip it. Can you see that? I'll answer any question in a second. Okay? Now there's still something I can do here. What can I do?
Cancel.
Cross cancel the x. X goes and the square goes. So what I get is 2x plus 1 times x, which I still need to find out for you. I would personally, yes, FOIL it. So it will be 2x squared plus 1x plus x. Okay? Right. I'll pause and I'll answer questions. Okay, right, guys. So we're moving on to exercise 15, and we went straight to the one of the toughest. Okay, but it's nothing there is everything there you've done. It's just all together. So we've adding. I think it is harder to add and subtract fractions because we have this whole business of the lowest common denominator. Now, what you might do, if you're not thinking too much, you'll find you think the common denominator is simply that times that. But if you do that, you will make your life really, really difficult. Imagine multiplying that by that. That means you're going to have to multiply this by that and this by that. It's going to be too big. Rather, first of all, do what to the bottom and top? Trinomial. You factorize it. Is that what you're trying to say? Let me just see that I did press record it. Okay. So we're going to trinomial, or we're going to factorize it. Okay. So let's put it on the side. And this is part of doing well in maths is you need to be organized. Okay. You want to know what's the common denominator. Just on the side, write down. Okay. Let's try and factorize this. How do I factorize that? The good old split method, right? So both of these terms need to add up to minus 2x and multiply to
4.
plus 4.
2. Oh, no. 4.
It could be 2 and negative 4.
Do you know, I'm just going to stop for a second.
I don't think.
There might not be a
I don't
way.
think that-
Okay, so what I've done, I had a look and we thought maybe we can factorize it. But we realized we can't actually factorize it because I can't split minus 2x to two numbers that will multiply to 4. There's just no way. Okay, what are the factors of 4? It's either 1 and 4 or 2 and 2. Okay, so I can never, with these two numbers, 4, 1, and 2 and 2, I can't make minus 2. It's just not possible. So I can't factorize it. But this one, you should quickly just recognize that as a sum of a cube. 8x cubed plus 1 is 2x cubed plus 1 cubed. So then we know we can use that formula of the sum of a cube. So that will be 2x plus 1 times 2x squared. In other words, 4x squared minus 2x plus 1. Okay, I'm going pretty quick here, but if you look at your cubic formulas, you can do that. And now we can see that this really is made out of that, but also times 2x plus 1. That is your lowest common denominator. Okay? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to write, what is my lowest common denominator? This whole thing, this thing. So I'm going to write that as 2x plus 1 times 4x squared minus 2x plus 1. That is the lowest common denominator. I'll just pause here. Question? Okay, so I'll just repeat. Okay? What we found out, we've got two denominators. I've got this one and I've got this one. But this one is actually made out of this one. This one is equal to that one times something else. So that is your lowest common denominator. Now, here I'm going to have something minus something. Okay? This one from here to get up, to join that denominator, what did I have to multiply this term by? 2x plus 1. I had to time it by 2x plus 1 to get there. So I must multiply that also by 2x plus 1. So I'm going to have x plus 2 times 2x plus 1. Okay? I'll answer question at the end. Now I've got minus 8x plus 1. What did I need to multiply that by to get to here? Did I need to multiply it by anything? No, this is it. 8x cubed plus 1 is exactly that. So also that I don't need to multiply by anything. Okay, I'll pause here. Okay, so I've been asked here, you know, if I know that 8x cubed plus 1 is equal to 2x plus 1 times that, can't I just, instead of that, write 8x cubed plus 1? I can. It will be short and neater. And I might have to do it at the end. But I'd rather keep it like that because my next step is to FOIL this. And then I'll see if I can factorize it. Maybe. And maybe if I can factorize it, maybe I'll be able to cross-cancel something. So for now, I'm going to leave the denominator factorized. At the end, if I can't cross-cancel, I really don't know if I can cross-cancel, then eventually I will go to that. Okay, so let's help me out writing. So at the bottom, I'm going to have 2x plus 1 times 4x squared minus 2x plus 1. Okay. What shall we have at the top? What is the first term?
2x squared.
2x squared. Next one?
Plus x.
Plus x plus
4x.
4x plus
2.
2. Yes. Okay, now we got to be careful. Remember, it's a good thing that I put the brackets here. Why is it important to put the brackets? Because of the minus. So what will be the next term?
Minus 8x.
Minus 8x?
Minus 1.
Minus 1. If I didn't have the brackets here, it will be plus 1, isn't it? So it's important to keep that. Okay, now we tidy up here. So I've got 2x squared,
X plus 4x.
5x minus 8x minus 3x, right? Check me, please. 5x minus 8x is minus 3x.
2 minus 1.
Plus 1, I think. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, time 2x plus 1 times 4x squared minus 2x plus 1. Now, we just got to ask ourselves, can I factorize it? If I can factorize it, maybe I can cross cancel. So we need to split the 3 into 2 terms that will multiply to 2. I think it can be done.
2 and 1.
2 and 1. But it's going to be minus 2 and minus 1, right?
Yeah, minus 2 and minus 1.
So I'm gonna split that. I'm gonna write that down like this: 2x squared minus 3x plus 1 I'm going to write it as 2x squared minus 2x minus x plus 1. Let's just check that.
Yeah.
Minus 2 times minus 1 will be plus 2, which is good. Minus 2x minus x minus 3x. Okay, now I'm going to take a 2 here. Sorry, 2x. And that will be x minus 2 minus, and then I will write it like this. Okay. Instead of writing minus x plus 1,
It's just minus.
I made a
X plus
mistake.
one.
No?
No, so
Yeah.
there's no. Yeah.
I'm just going to pause here for a second. I think I might have made a mistake somewhere.
Because otherwise it's going to end up being thrown into it.
Exactly. So this, we made a mistake. Okay? Well, I'll just show you what the mistake I made. Well, the mistake is here. But if I carry on, I'm going to write minus x minus 1. So I did minus x minus 1. Now the problem is I don't have the same brackets. And I told you, if you don't have the same brackets, then you made a mistake. Where's the mistake? The mistake is this. That shouldn't be 2. 2 times minus 2 is minus 4.
Should be
So
1.
that should have been exactly minus 1. And now you can see it's the same. Have to have the same brackets. So now the common factor is x minus 1. And our time, just bear with me please, we're almost done. 2x minus 1. Now, bear with me guys. Now, what did I do all this for? Now I can rewrite this trinomial as that times that. Which actually is not going to help me. Check this out. So I'm going to write x minus 1 times 2x minus 1. So I wrote this as that. I managed to factorize it, which is awesome. 2x plus 1 times 4x squared minus 2x plus 1. What is the problem now? I can't cross cancel. That's not the same. That's 2x minus 1, that's 2x plus 1. So all that work for nothing. So what I really should do, I'm just going to write it down. Well, I shouldn't leave it like that. Okay, guys, settle down. Okay? I will let you go when we finish. What I've got to do now is foil everything back. Okay? The good news, the bottom, I already know what that is. I don't need to multiply. What's in the bottom? 8x cubed plus 1, which was what I wanted us to do all that time before. So we can write that down. And at the top, I know what it is. It's the same. It's this thing. It's 2x squared minus 3x plus 1. And that's the final answer.
Really, sir? You're joking.
Guys, have a
So
lovely
you
day.
didn't have to do a
I
triangle.
did not. No, I did have to do the first one.